It was an amazing experience.
Everyone's crushing it. I love it.
So I didn't really expect it to be as deep and releasing and as profound as it was. I feel very aligned with SOMA Breath. As time went on, the releases got deeper and deeper naturally, because the work that we were doing became deeper.
There's just something so powerful when people come together in a community, and that's the one thing I love about the SOMA is you can do an individual practice in your own home, these 21-day practices, but to really come together as a group and breathe and feel that support. It's almost like you catch the wave of the person next to you. And as we all began to breathe together, I felt the support of the community holding me up in spaces where I realized I had really been standing alone.
It brings you closer to yourself. It brings you closer to what life is all about. It brings you closer to people that you might never have met.
I've never done anything like that before. But this was amazing. I would recommend this to everybody who wants to just dance, liberate, just be free and enjoy.
A sense of peace, just a calmness that after I do this, that didn't exist before.
Coming to a retreat like this is self-respect. Even if you feel as though you don't love yourself or you don't like yourself as much, if you sign up to a retreat like this, it means that somewhere in your mind and your soul, there is a sense of self-love.
Welcome, welcome, beautiful tribe. Hello, hello. I'm still getting people into the room. This is amazing. We're almost 250 people. Wow. This is manifestation, guys. How this can happen? We manifest this, right? So welcome everyone to this beautiful event where, believe me, your life can really change. Your life can be transformed. And my name is Claudia. I am in South America. I live in Chile. I will be your host today. And I'm also a master transformational coach. And I help women navigate menopause and aging like goddess. That is what I do with breath work. And this technique completely changed my life. So also, I want to tell you something that really makes me feel really different these last days, that I was, getting into the vibe of manifesting, getting into the vibe of manifestation, and being in the vibe of this beautiful manifestation challenge that we have today and tomorrow. That is, actually, I will ask you in the chat, what is you think the first thing or the issue that usually makes that you can manifest your dreams? One thing. What do you think? One thing is, this is not really make me manifest my dream or manifest my goals. Lack of okay, self-confidence, belief, yes, it can be, okay, illness, okay, doubt, okay, yes, that too, fear, drive, money, okay, amazing. But let me tell you that the first thing that actually cannot our manifestation cannot happen is because we don't know what to manifest. What do you want to manifest? Are you clear about your dreams? Do you really, really know what you want to manifest? Or it's also confusion? It's also like, it's always like a cloud. So if you don't have clear vision, it's going to be very difficult to manifest, right? So then there's a second thing that can actually stop your limitations, and that is your vibe. Because believe me, guys, you can have a very clear vision about what you want, but if the emotion behind that vision is fear, is judgment, is I'm not worth it, is the emotion behind that vision, it's a low vibration, you are not going to be magnetic into that vision. And you're going to be attracting things that has low vibration. More things to make you fear, more things to, believe that you don't worth anything, right? So then the one thing in SOMA Breath that we love to do to change that vibe. And I can see already now here instructors and people who always are with us on Sunday sessions. What do you think we can do to transform and change that emotion that is blocking our vision like this in seconds and fun? What do you think it is? Come on. Yes, dance. So that is what we're going to be doing right now. Please, everyone, stand up because we need to change the vibe. Let's already start thinking about that vision. Start thinking about, okay, what is that emotion behind that vision that it makes me feel that I cannot really achieve that goal, that dream that I want in my life? What is stopping me to become a SOMA Breath instructor? What is stopping me to be in one of the advanced retreats in Austria or Ibiza? What is going on in my emotions, in my body, that it really not make me have that vision, have that dreams, pursue my goals and have it in the palm of my hand? Maybe it's your vibe, it's the emotion that is behind that vision. So I invite everyone, let's stand up as a community, open your cameras, let's see the vibe and the beautiful vibration we have all together, and let's dance. Okay, come on, beautiful community. We need to change the vibe. We need to feel that pleasure, right? Yes. Put awareness into your nose. Breathe in and breathe out from your nose. Okay, let's do it. See? Breathe in and out. Start thinking. What is the vision? What is the vision? What is the emotion? Okay? And change it. Transform that into pleasure. Dance it. Okay. Breathing out. Yes. Smile. Steady.
Feel hands strike the drum. Coals of fire.
What do you really want to manifest? What are your dream life?
The heartbeat, the
Yes.
ancestors call. Spirit.
Let's breathe it. Yes. Move the body. Change your vibration. Push your limitations. Yes. a big inhale. Hold. Move your
Clean
hips.
hand, strike the drum.
Exhale.
Echoes of
And
fire.
again, breathe in.
Echoes of life.
Hold. Move your hips side to side.
The heartbeat your
And
ancestors
exhale.
fall. Move, spear,
One more
their
time.
weekend.
Breathe in. Hold. Move your hips. This is moving your energy. Move it. Exhale. With pleasure. Yes. Feel alive. Are you ready to really manifest? Are you ready? Say yes. Yes. Move it. Together.
The moon, the drum commands.
Woo.
Pick up, tambourine.
Yeah.
Bars move.
You are amazing. Beautiful tribe. Yes.
Bars fall.
Breathe. Yeah. Put your hands in your heart and feel that beautiful beat inside of you. You are alive. Yeah. Last big inhale. Hold. Move your hips. And exhale. Yeah. That feels good, right? Woo. Beautiful. Beautiful tribe. I love it. Let's applaud. Applaud for yourself. Amazing. Yes. So how do you feel right now? Tell me in the chat. When we are in this state is when we need to manifest, right? When we're high vibe, really. That feels good. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, amazing, positive, high vibe, 10, feeling amazing, great, awesome, nuclear. Oh my God, that's great. Gratitude, happy. Wow. Love it. Yes. Great. So if any one of you here is new, this is how we get high in our own supply in SOMA Breath. This is the way that we become as a tribe together and make things happen in our life and start having this transformation. So welcome again, everyone. And super happy that I will be with you today. Tomorrow will be my bestie Piotr with you that is already here in the call as well. And now, for this event to be very, very good for you and you really enjoy and access of all the benefits, please be sure that you are in the app. Please download the app right now. Monica is going to share the link because the app is for free to download. You will have access for free to some breathwork, and also you will have access for free only today and tomorrow for the track that Niraj is going to enjoy with you today and tomorrow. So please, if you are not yet in the app, you need to get it now. Monica now share the link, so just get into the link, download the app, and make sure that you are there. It's very important because then you will not miss anything that Niraj is going to share with you today. And believe me, in these 2 days, again, magic can happen. You can really transform your life. Okay, so I can see already people that I know. Karina, Barry, hello. Tommy, Anthony, you are with us as well. Hello, Craig, and hello, everyone here in the room. So now I'm looking for the founder of this amazing transformational clinic. Here it is. I found
Yeah.
it. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
The mic is yours.
Thank you very much, Claudia. So when you get in the app, I need to make sure everyone has got the document for the manifesting challenge. Give me a signal that you've all got the document with all the information.
Monica's going to share it also. And Monica's going to share it now in the chat as well.
You all need to have this document. The instructions were emailed to you on how to get it, and you should be able to instantly download it. Should be very simple. All right. So I'm just giving you a moment just to make sure that you have this very important document that could absolutely, as Claudia said, be the one thing that changes your life. Absolutely. Okay. I didn't get an email. Maybe it went into your spam. What you need to do is manifest it. That's what you need to do. Manifest that email. Or Monica's about to send the link direct to the document, so you can just download it. Okay?
Yes, you already did it, but yeah.
Okay. So when you signed up for the challenge, very simple instructions on step-by-step what to do. Download the app, get the document, and there was an email reminder with the document too. So I just want to make sure you've all got that. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds while we do it. Okay. If anyone else is having trouble, what you need to do is just message Monica and she will send you the link directly. But it should be very straightforward. You literally just click on the link that's been posted in the chat on this. If you're on your mobile, you know, it's a bit more tricky. So then if you're on your mobile and you can't see the document as we're speaking, then just don't worry about it. Just listen to what I'm saying. You can always revert back to the document afterwards, okay? Because you're going to be doing a lot of like exercise, fun exercises that change your life. They're like really fun, but at the same time, incredibly profound and powerful. Okay, these are the things that really revolutionized like my ability to manifest and create magic. Okay, so are we ready to begin? Yep. So we're going to be going pretty deep for the next 90 minutes or so, and we're going to be doing some very powerful breath work together, SOMA Breath, and I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step process that I've used to completely change my life from having a chronic illness, autoimmune disease. Had a horrible job that I didn't enjoy at all. It left me housebound for almost a year. And by going through a lot of inner work and doing the work, because the key word in law of attraction is action, and it's not that much work actually, it's just the right work, smart work, which is more like play actually. I have ended up, you know, to this date, completely free of disease, more abundant than I've ever been in my life, living in this amazing place called Ibiza. And that was after living in another amazing place called Koh Phangan. I just love living in tropical islands. And then creating, you know, this incredible movement, SOMA Breath, and having a business where I work with my best friends, and my company seems like one big family, right? So that's completely the most incredible transformation from who I was before. Because if you speak to any of my old friends about who I was before this, you know, they were probably like wondering like, why were they my friends in the first place at that point? Because I was not the guy I am now. And getting sick and having a disease was actually the best thing that ever happened to me. It was a huge turning point, and it was the motivation to change my life. So if any of you right now are suffering, right? Let's say you're at the lowest point you've been in, you know, in your whole life. Perhaps like you've got a disease you're trying to overcome. Perhaps you've got major financial problems. Perhaps you just don't feel like you belong anymore and you want to manifest a whole new tribe, right? Or you've got really stagnant with your career, right? And you want to do something more fun and enjoyable and abundant, right? Because A job keeps you just over broke. That's what job stands for. And if you want to break free from that, you need to learn to manifest like entrepreneurs do, because entrepreneurs are all natural master manifestors. They just follow simple processes, creates alignment with who they are from deep inside, and they take action. Okay, and that's usually what stops people from getting success and and manifesting, is their ability to take action. Because what happens through life is that life throws a lot of crap at us, and we get worn out, we get burnt out, we get tired. Our body doesn't want to take action because it's just simply too tired. The cool thing with SOMA Breath is that this is the magic of how it works. It rebuilds you from the inside out, right? It optimizes how you make energy in the body. We've been talking a lot about energy, right? And you learn to use this life force energy that you create through what we're going to do together for a higher purpose, a higher pursuit. And when you create that alignment where energy flows, right, manifesting goes, and that's where real magic starts to happen. Okay, so SOMA Breath is all about the soma, the body, using the breath, the body to control your inner world, to have a better relationship with your outer world. That's it in a nutshell. Okay, so let's now, I'm going to pull up this document, and we are going to go through this one by one. So let me start from the beginning. Don't you like this image that we created? This really is the symbol of manifesting the soma way, right? We actually have an electromagnetic field that surrounds us. It's measurable. And we project this out into the universe, okay? But when we don't have alignment, when we're in disharmony within, when our emotions aren't, aligned, we don't have this beautiful pattern. It becomes a complete shambles, right? And that's what we put out to the world, and that's what we get back. So SOMA Breath is all about creating this amazing, beautiful, toroidal electromagnetic field, right? And projecting out an amazing vibe. And one of the best ways to do that is put on a really cool pair of headphones and put on some SOMA Breath music and get with it, right? So we're going to be doing a lot of that today. So what if you could become a magnet for the life you're born to live? Well, this isn't just another manifesting course filled with vague affirmations or wishful thinking. This is a powerful fusion of science, breathwork, energetics, and practical life design. A transformational challenge that rewires your mind, body, and nervous system to attract your dream reality from a place of clarity, purpose, and high vibe alignment. So you're about to embark on a journey that teaches you how to turn your vision into a strategy, and that strategy into action. Okay? 1 second. Whoop. Is my camera still working? Yep. Okay. And using SOMA Breath's cutting edge neurosomatic programming, NSP, neurosomatic programming, techniques rooted in science of intermittent hypoxia, peak emotional states, this challenge helps you to tap into the real source of magnetic attraction, your state of being. When your inner world is aligned with the outer world, it begins to shape itself around your intentions. Are you
Niraj,
following me right now? Yeah.
you are blurred. No, we cannot see your
Oh,
face.
so I think there's something wrong with my phone. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to this. Okay, let me just up to Zoom. Stop share. Yeah, something happened to my phone camera.
Let's manifest Niraj's face again, please, everyone.
Oh,
We don't want him to disappear, please. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, it's not going to be as nice a camera as that one. For some reason, something's happened to this one.
Guys, I know that some of you maybe don't believe in this, but we are in retrograde Mercury. And a lot of people say that this is, and a lot of people doesn't believe in this. But yesterday, guys, Starlink, Elon Musk satellite went down globally.
Wow.
Yeah, so now we can see you. Great.
Okay, brilliant. All right, so let's keep going. So just give me a shout if you just understood what I'm saying. Yep. Do you get, you're ready to really go deep on this? Because we need your full commitment for this. It's very powerful what we're about to do. Very powerful work, right? It really, this is high level ritual magic that we're about to do together, okay? So let me get back to this. All right. So this is what you're going to learn to do, all right? In the next 90 minutes, you're going to activate your highest vibrational state to amplify your manifesting power. You're going to get crystal clear on what you truly want and why, and you're going to reprogram limiting beliefs and emotional blocks using SOMA Breath. You're going to start learning to visualize your dream life with somatic precision, using your body, your somatic intelligence as a guide rather than this monkey mind. And you're going to turn your vision into a strategic plan with actionable steps. You're going to align your goals with purpose, value, and universal principles. You're going to build a life that brings you joy and brings value to others. Give me a yes. Again, if this is what you want, are you in the right place? Right? Yeah, fantastic. So we can skip this bit. So let's get straight into it, okay? So part one is the preparation for transformation, okay? And what this is all about is learning to get into a high vibe state, okay? One of the reasons why people don't manifest successfully is exactly what Claudia said at the beginning, and it's why we always start every SOMA Breath class with a dance, is have a think about this, right? Have a think about this. You are already an incredible manifester. You really are, okay? However, you're often manifesting what you don't want, right? And what we need to learn to do is to manifest what we truly want. This is what this is going to be all about. Now, why is it that we manifest what we don't want? Is because what happens is we often try to do manifesting practices in a low vibe state, right? When we're angry, pissed off, frustrated with the world, having a conflict with people around us, not enjoying life, right? And then we try and manifest stuff. Now that's the big problem, because if you try and manifest at that frequency, because I really want you to think of yourself as a frequency generator, you're producing massive electromagnetic fields that projects out into the universe in all directions. You're like a holographic being. If you're doing it from a low frequency, you actually get back that low frequency, right? And that's the little bit woo-woo explanation. But here's the scientific explanation. I'll tell you what's really going on here, all right? So think about this question. I'm going to ask you, this one question could give you a taste of instant enlightenment, okay? You can play this game when you're at dinner table with friends who normally you have boring conversations with about, what happened on TV the night before, or what did Billy do down the street today, So rather than having boring questions, you can actually start having some fun questions that you can offer people to get a deeper conversation going, right? Because actually, the people you surround yourself with has a big influence on your ability to manifest. So the question is this: what are all the things that have had to have happened for you to be on this webinar right now with me, this masterclass? Think about that. Think of all of the things. So start going back. So the further you go back, right? Let's start with a few stages before. What made you click on this to sign up for this challenge? Anyone want to share anything on the chat? Okay, timing for. I don't want to know. I don't want emotions. Emotions are good to be aware of, but I want to think of actual things, events. What actually happened? So something got you into wanting to do this challenge in the first place. And before that, so you were searching for something. But what made you search for it in the first place? So the further you go back, right? Oh, here we go. Someone saying, I heard you on a podcast, and a few months later, someone sent me an invite for this, and I remembered listening to you. Great. So see, the further you go back, something got you into this subject in the first place? Manifesting. Like, why are you into manifesting in the first place? I heard you on Ken Honda. Beautiful. Ken's a very good friend of mine. Also a big SOMA Breath fan. All right. Someone says, transformational years of work on myself years ago, searching deeper, finding your work. Kyle Cease. Okay. Nice. So then what got you into this world of personal development? Like, what got you into personal development in the first place? All right, and now let's keep going back. So something got you into personal development, right? But if you go further back in time, right, you had to be born, right, at some point. So what caused that to happen? Well, it was your mum and dad, right? A lucky sperm entered a lucky egg, right? And that is a miracle of life. So the chances of you even being here right now is a 1 in quadrillion chance, okay? So there's a miracle that you're even here right now, okay? But then you're born, then life starts programming you, right? And starts giving you desires and habits and patterns, behaviors. And through a series of life events, you ended up here on this challenge, right? So what the big aha moment here is how much of that did you decide? How much of that did you consciously choose? Probably, if you think about it, very little. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, like, how much of your life is a result of patterns, influence, and habits. And when you go really deep and think about it, right? What made you even have that thought right now that you just thought? What's making me even speak right now and say these words? Okay, it's like I'm not even thinking, actually, I'm just speaking, I'm like flowing. So where does that come from? Like, where does this thought come from in your mind? So actually, when you go even deeper, you will realize that almost everything we do is this result of electrical impulses through your nervous system, okay? And this is your physiology. Yeah. So we have a conscious part of us, but we also have this unconscious mind, the super subconscious computer, right? That makes us do things instinctively on autopilot. Okay. I call this your automatic intelligence. Your real AI is this. And this is what we're going to learn to program. Okay. So if you think about this, so if you get a nervous system impulse, that nervous system impulse also is associated with a feeling, is it not? So actually, how you feel and your emotions and your emotional state will actually determine the quality of your thoughts, okay? And your quality of thoughts will determine your decisions, how you decide what to do, okay? So this is like kind of the pattern of actions that lead to eventually results. So let's go even more into the future. So if you want to create a result, you want to manifest something really amazing, okay, for yourself. Before that, you have to take action to get that thing, right? Look, I'm sorry, I have to break it to you. That whole idea of the secret, that book that got very popular, where you just sit there and visualize and then things come to you, is nonsense. That's not how it is. It's just, life never has ever been that easy, okay? Sorry about that. And if that's what you are looking for here, you're in the wrong webinar, okay? I just got to break it to you there. But when you learn this, it actually makes it a lot more simple and easy, okay? So Well, somebody just got up and left there, so maybe they're in the wrong place. Okay, so think about this. So what comes before a quality action? So this is your outer world, and most people work on the outer world. They try and learn new strategies, take new actions to get better results. But usually it plateaus, and often they may know everything. You probably know everything that you need to do, right? You probably already have amazing strategies and blueprints and all this. You may even have coaches and mentors, but you don't seem to get the results. The reason why is because you have to go a layer deeper, right? We need quality decisions, right? Now, have a think about this. What's the time when you have made the worst decisions in your life? Can you think? Under stress? Stressed? Yep. Depressed? Low vibe? Yep. Me too. And often in those days, I was having a hangover as well, and maybe even a little bit drunk. Yep, drunk, okay? And think about the quality of your actions when you're really drunk, or like feeling lousy and pissed off and angry, right? You don't make good decisions, do you? And then what happens? You get poor results, and that's it, so on and so forth. This is the vicious cycle we got to get out of, right? And it all comes down to feeling, right? But also, you've got to also realize that because of the way the world is, right, it's very difficult, from that exercise I just told you, it's very difficult to control what's going on in the outside world. Very difficult. But what you can do is control what's going on inside. And when you regain that control, which can be quite simple, you can start to manifest from a high vibe state. And then manifesting becomes way more effective as a result. Yeah? Make sense? So we're all about the physiology and feeling. And actually, this is the whole foundation of tantric yoga. Anyone heard of Tantra here? Tantra is really is the art of Indian magic, real magic. It's the art of transformation from ancient India. Tantric yoga is arguably the first personal development methodology, right? And it's the art of creating magic and manifesting in alignment with truth. And in Tantra, there's a big realization that we have been programmed and we become robotic as a result of our programming, okay? And therefore, a lot of people are going around, right, in a sleeping trance, just following out patterns of behavior, predictable patterns of behavior, never changing, always manifesting the same partner over and over again, going through multiple relationships, always manifesting the same failures, and so on and so forth, because they're just carrying out robotic imprints and programs. That is actually, according to yoga, this is karma, the theory of karma. So we're born with a certain programming. It's your karmic actions that have to be played out in your lifetime. And that's what makes human beings so predictable, unless you wake up. And enlightenment is the art of waking up and seeing that you've been robotized and programmed this whole time, right? But you have the ability to become the conscious software reprogram of the operating system of your mind. Think of your mind as an operating system, the body as the hardware, right? So a lot of us go around like robots on autopilot, but some of us wake up and we have this awakening experience that gives us the ability to reprogram ourselves. That's what I'm going to teach you how to do. Does that sound cool? Yep. Okay. All right. So let's carry on with this. So the first step is we must get into a high vibe state. This is the secret. Okay. So we're going to do another track because dancing is the best way to exercise. This time, what I want you to do though is to not use your mouth at all. Only breathe through your nose, okay? And when I instructed, what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in and hold your breath on the inhale, and you're going to send the energy up whilst you're standing still, and you're becoming a channel like this. And then you're going to let your arms come out, and you're going to go into the SOMA Breath pose with your arms spread out like this. And then you're going to breathe and hum through your heart. Hum. Yeah? So we're going to do that for a couple of rounds for this track. So everybody get up. And this song is impossible not to get high to, to not get high vibe, all right? So 1 second. All right. Do it. So you're going to dance like nobody's watching. And you just breathe normally, in through your nose, out through your nose. Yeah.
A miracle of life, your fire blazing, your energy's divine.
Now breathe in.
You are amazing.
Hold your breath.
I have to tell you why. What a creation. Your spirit gets me high.
SOMA Breath pose. Yes, feel the energy. Yeah. Yes, yes. Woo!
You should know you're a masterpiece, a living tribute to mastery. You're beautiful, it's not hard to see. I'm part of you and you're part of me. Anyone can see you're priceless. Your flavor's full of sweetness and spices. Just
Now breathe in. SOMA Breath pose. And release. Breathe in that spirit. Yes. Yes. Let's get higher. Yeah. Now this is a celebration. You ready? Woo! Now we start breathing with the beat. Out, in, out, in, out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Release any old energy. Now breathe in the new energy, breathe it in. Send the energy up. Feel the spirit, the channel, SOMA Breath pose. Feel the energy rise in and release with a hum. Bring the hands to the heart. Feel the energy, feel the spirit. And just say this affirmation: I am whole, perfect, strong, loving, harmonious, and happy. I am whole, perfect, strong, loving, harmonious, and happy. And then when you're ready, coming back into your seat, coming back into the space. Allow your breath to come back. So allow your breath to become still, just nasal breathing. Feel how good it feels. That's right. All right. How's that? By the way, all the music is SOMA Breath music. All right, it's all produced by myself and my amazing musicians. Every track you're going to hear. And that track is called Amazing. It's on the SOMA Breath app. And it's also in the SOMA Breath library for all the instructors. Cool. Brilliant. Okay, how's everyone feeling? Everyone feeling good? Yep. Brilliant. Okay. Yes, that's Marv Radio on the vocals. Jesse. Cool. So let's get back into it. So going back to sharing. So we got into the high vibe state, right? Everyone feeling a little bit higher? A bit more high vibe? Brilliant. So we're going to do a breathwork session in a minute, okay? Called SOMA Breath Limitless. But I want to start talking about the process that we're going to do, the exercises, all right? What we want to do to really ensure we make the most out of this challenge. So we're going to quickly move to now phase 2, okay? So as Claudia said at the beginning, your ability to manifest depends on your alignment and knowing what it is you want to manifest in the first place, okay? So let's reframe the word manifest. Manifest just means to manifest what we really want from a place of truth in alignment, okay? That's what manifesting means to me, right? It's to get results, positive results in your life. Is that right? Does that make sense? Okay, good. So let's reverse engineer that again. So a lot of us, what we're doing is we're living lifestyles that have been dictated to us by society. So, you know, it's quite a standard procedure where I'm from in the UK for everyone after work to go to the pub, drink a bunch of beers, go home, watch the TV, right? And then wake up and do the same thing again. And then again and again. And then on the weekend do it a bit more in the pub, a bit more drinking in the pub. And this is like quite common kind of way of life. And it's no surprise why, you know, people are not getting what they want, because they're just repeating the same behaviors and patterns that culture has hypnotized them into doing, which actually is a culture that's quite toxic, that does not bring out your full potential. It actually suppresses it, okay? I was from that world. I know that. I've been there. And those people, it's no surprise. Like my old friends, you know, I'm still in the Facebook group with them, don't get really what they want. And actually every week there's just another bad luck story that comes to this group of friends that I have that I'm still in touch with. So, and that's why I actually don't post too much in the group, because I know that every time I do, it makes them feel a little bit insecure and a bit inadequate. And I hate doing it. I hate making people feel that way, because like it feels like I'm bragging and stuff about my life being so epic, but it really is. I can't help it. And I come from that world, right? I come from that old school reality, which it just does not serve our greater good. And it does make me wonder, why do we do it? Why do we keep doing it? So the reason why is because the hypnosis is so strong. The programming is so deep from an early age. So what I'm going to show you now is a step-by-step process of undoing yourself, right? If you resonate with what I just said, that perhaps you feel like you're trapped in a world where, you know, maybe it's people around you very close to you just don't seem to want to change. Okay, actually, let me know who resonates with what I'm saying there. Do you feel trapped in a world or environment where nobody really wants to change? And does that affect your ability to change? Yeah. Of course. All right. Great. So we're all in the same place, pretty much. I like that. Yes, no, but changing anyway. Great. I don't feel trapped, but can see a whole lot of people not changing. Yes. I'm the only one trying to change. Yeah. Not anymore. I'm in SOMA Breath. Boom. Okay. So let's talk about this process of undoing yourself. So the first step is to understand what is the right lifestyle according to who you are, not what the mainstream media, biohackers, and health gurus have told you. What is aligned with your truth based on thousands of years of wisdom, which is the Ayurvedic system. Okay? So the way we do it in SOMA Breath, right, to create an energetic alignment, right? Because you have to understand that your energy, you are energy. Everything is energy. Energy equals matter, actually, right? It's not E equals mc squared. No, actually, energy is matter. That's what it is. And so, therefore, everything you feed your body, from the information to fuel to people around you, all sorts of influence, creates who you are. All right? So we need to be giving ourselves the right building blocks according to who we are energetically. And every single one of you are unique and individual. Okay, you're all uniquely special and individual, and therefore we cannot make a blanket statement that everyone's the same. That's what the government does. That's what often a lot of these health gurus and biohackers do, is they say that everyone should follow their way of life, when it could actually cause a lot of harm if you follow that way of life. This is why we need to really learn how to trust our feelings, our intuition again. So the first step to actually help you understand what your unique energetic blueprint is to do the somabreath.com/BIT, the bioindividuality test. Okay? So in the document, and we're not going to do it right now, but you're going to do this. You're going to do this quiz, and it's going to tell you, right, some really cool stuff. It's going to tell you what's the right kind of way of life for you, what's your the right kind of foods that serves you best, the right type of exercise, even the right type of breathing techniques, right? And it gives you some really good tips based on your energy blueprint. It will give you an amazing reading of who you are. You'll be blown away at how accurate this is. Okay, so do it and do it again, right? With the BIT test. If you've done it before, just do it again if you've forgotten what it is. Okay, so that's the first step. That's going to help you create your lifestyle. The next step is to distinguish what's the difference between needs and wants, right? And this is where people get a bit lost, right? Is they manifest what they want, which is often what they're doing to please the environment around them, rather than what they really need to be happy. All right? So it's really important. The next step is to identify your core values. What values guide your decisions, right? So what we're going to be creating is dream life targets. In a moment, we're going to help you create dream life targets. We're going to set a 5-year timeline, okay? And we're going to see if we can manifest as many things on that timeline as possible, right? And I did an exercise years ago, Tony Robbins, okay? In 2007. This was way before I got sick and everything. And it was one of the most incredible experiences, that event with Tony Robbins. It really gave me a great insight, the first time ever, into the power of using kind of simple techniques for preventing diseases, changing your diet, your lifestyle, but also the power of scientific manifesting, all right? He has a slightly different way of doing it. Ours goes much deeper into hardcore physiology through the breath. So there was nothing about breath in his event, and we bridged the gap. But what he was saying is very powerful. It works. Because I made a 5-year timeline, and at the end of the timeline, I want to have a company that makes music have a meaning and purpose again. That is a spiritual media based company that we put out quality content that helps make the world a better place. And I made it kind of broad, but I had a few bits of details. And I did not know it, but if you look at my timeline, in order to become the person who could do that, me right now, because that is what SOMA Breath is, I had to grow up a bit. I had to change, I had to evolve. So the universe, and this is where you've got to be very careful. The universe will give you exactly what you need to get what you need. It may not be what you want, but it will be what you need. That's a big distinction. Does that make sense? So the universe will throw a lot of challenges at you to make you grow. It gave me a chronic autoimmune disease where I was shitting blood 40 times a day, right? It made me create a project with a massive corporation that I thought was going to change the world, and then took it away from me. And that's what gave me the disease in the end, because of the stress of that. It gave me so many crazy setbacks in my life up until this point right now. So many weird, crazy interventions. And each one of them could have made me or broken me, right? And it's all down to how I reacted at that time. And I had faith in something beyond myself that kept me going through the toughest times. And that came from the breath, right? That faith in we have the power to control what goes on within us at all times. We all have it, okay? And that's what you're going to learn, okay? So I got exactly what I needed to get what I need. And that's what might happen to you. In order for you to get your big, lofty dream life targets, you need to be honest with yourself. Are you really the person who can step into those shoes yet or not? Have a think about this. Are you the kind of person who can, stand in the front of a company like this and lead sessions like this and so on and so forth? Are you, what are your desires and who do you need to be to step into those shoes, right? So it begins like this. To get to that point, it begins like this. First, we need to understand what your core values. What are your core values? Okay, so I'm gonna give you some exercises to help you determine all of these things. So what values guide your decisions? Ensure your dream life targets are based on your true core values, as failing to do so can lead to manifesting a life of misery and suffering rather than contentment and peace of mind. Okay, so like I wanted to become a big DJ promoter back in the day, running massive raves. I used to run a huge 2,000 people rave, right? For 3 years. I thought I'd made it. I thought this was it. I've made my dream. I am the man, right? And what happened? I lost it all. I got it all taken away from me because in reality, that wasn't my true core values. I was selling more drugs than I did when I became a pharmacist illegally through these big raves. I was literally like the godfather of this crazy thing. And I look back on myself back then and I was like, that's just so not who I am, right? And I probably knew it deep down, but I was scared to admit it because it was so cool to step in front of 2,000 people, everyone off their heads going wild and getting all that glory and my ego getting boosted back then. It was amazing. I loved it. What a feeling. But it wasn't sustainable because I was head case. I had to get out, get absolutely off my head and, wouldn't sleep. And it was mental lifestyle that I led. So I was going to crash and burn anyway. And a lot of the people that I know from back then are either in jail or they are failed musicians and DJs or they're working in an office right now, right? So not many people had a long legacy from that. I think I'm one of the few who totally actually changed their life as a result. So that's really important to know your core values, okay? And we're going to do some exercises that are going to help you figure that out. You can also examine your beliefs. So you're going to write down what you believe about yourself and your capabilities. You're going to be honest about any limiting beliefs around what you can and cannot have, all right? So let me give you a little bit of a insight into mine. So clarify my core values. I envisioned a life that offered me time freedom and location freedom. where my daily activities were imbued with meaning and purpose. These were the non-negotiable core values that form the foundation of my dream life targets. All right? So does that make sense? So I value my time. Time is something you can never get back. Okay? I really value my time. I don't want to waste my time working in a company that isn't aligned with who I truly am. And I want time to do good stuff in the world. I want time freedom. I want location freedom. I don't want to be stuck in Reading in the UK in a dingy little office, you know, or counter dishing out pills. That's not location freedom. Location freedom is the lifestyle I got now, where I go around the world, you know, meeting extraordinary people and living wherever I want, okay, whenever I want. It's not easy to get there, but when you get there, it's an amazing feeling. And I got there in the end. It just takes some work. So you need to clarify that for yourself, okay? I need to regain my health to take action. To make this vision a reality, I first need to overcome significant health challenges. So remember, what do you need? We're going to break it down. What do you really need to solve first? I've been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease that left me physically depleted and unable to act on my goals. Restoring my health became my primary focus, so I recognized that without vitality, none of my other aspirations would be possible. All right? And then I realized that I needed to replace my income with purposeful work. Once my health improved, I faced the challenge of transitioning away from my career as a pharmacist. I need to replace that income while maintaining my core values of time and location freedom. This meant taking a leap into entrepreneurship, building an online business that could generate the necessary income while aligning with my deeper purpose. Okay? So the universe gave me a book called The 4-Hour Workweek. When I got really aligned with what I really want, I got this book called The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss that told me a whole new way of doing business on the internet, where you can automate a lot of your income and literally live anywhere, right? And I took steps on that, took the action, and boom, it came. So I became open to that opportunity. It makes sense when you get clear about what you want. The universe will start throwing the things at you. And when you open your heart with the breath, you'll start to see all these things the universe is trying to throw in your face to make you change, all right, and move towards what you need. Okay. Making value-based decisions. So along the way, I encountered tempting business opportunities that didn't align with my vision. I had to make difficult decisions to turn down these opportunities, even when they seemed lucrative, because they didn't reflect my core values. So I got so many distractions. I still do. Even now, it's even more. So many opportunities. People are always emailing me, do you want to do this? They all look so good. But now I have to say no. I have to, because they have to be so in alignment with who I am and my aspirations, right? Aspire means to breathe life into something. So actually, this is the aspiration challenge. What are we going to breathe life into? Okay. So instead, I focused on building, I refused to sell products that didn't bring me joy or make me feel I was contributing to a better world. Instead, I focused on building a business where every transaction felt like happy money. Ken Honda, all right? He told me about that. Income that came from providing genuine value and spreading positivity, okay? Now look, one of the reasons why you may be spiritually feeling pissed off is because maybe you're working for a company, right, that is selling products that you don't really believe in, okay? And here's the thing. If you keep doing that, and if you keep saying, oh, I'll save up some money and I'll go and do something else, right? I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. What you need to do is find a company and work for a company that has a product that you believe in ASAP, right? Or you're going to burn bridges, okay? Because if you stay in that cycle of doing something you don't like and it's not aligned with your core values and you're just doing it because one day you'll save up enough to break free, usually it doesn't happen because you're just in a low vibe state. Spiritually, you're in a low vibe state. But the moment you burn bridges or apply to every company out there that you like their products, all right, boom, one will open up, you'll go for it. But you have to email loads of companies. You can't just do one and say, oh, it didn't work. No, you have to email loads of people. One of them will say yes. Then you're in a job that's in alignment, and now you'll work more productive. You'll be happier when you come home, And with that high vibe state, when you come home, boom, you'll crush it on your business if you're starting to build a business. Does that make sense what I'm saying? All right? It's a very, very simple thing, okay? Okay. By staying true to my core values and creating a business aligned with meaning and purpose, I not only achieve my dream life targets, but also cultivate a sense of peace and fulfillment that went far beyond financial success. This alignment is what made my journey sustainable and deeply rewarding. So now what happens a lot is people don't believe in themselves enough, right? That they're even worthy of doing what I'm talking about right now, creating a new business or finding a dream job, a dream career. Like there's something deeper that's holding them back. This is something we're going to break free from tomorrow on the next call, because today what I'm trying to get you to do is to really go deep on envisaging what it is you truly want. And doing that, okay, and that's what we're about to do, okay, there's going to be some fun exercises. Icky feelings come up, blocked feelings, limiting beliefs start to come up. And what that is your real dominant thoughts. These are the thoughts that are like whispers. They're like feelings. It's your somatic intelligence that stops you from taking action. And it leads you into procrastination and distraction rather than action. Okay? So when you have these blocks, limiting beliefs, these doubts, lack of self-belief, no matter what you want to manifest, it won't come until you clear them, all right? Reprogram them. And often these are from the past, imprints that have happened from the past. But through this process, we can rewire them. So we're going to go much deeper on that tomorrow. Okay. So let's start with the first exercise, okay? So, we're going to define your dream life target. Okay, let's start with a 5-year timeline. 5-year timeline, okay? So I want you to all, if you can, get a piece of paper, right? Actually writing this down is more powerful than typing it out. I mean, typing it out is okay. If you don't have paper, don't worry, you can type it out. But if you've got a piece of paper and you use your hand to write, there's something different happens. The act of spelling casts a spell, okay? And that spelling turns into spells that create magic. So that's why writing things out is quite a powerful exercise. But don't worry if you can't do it, because the modern day way of casting spells is the internet and writing on your computer, okay? So it's fine to do that too. Okay. Okay, so now that you have clarity, ask yourself, if I could have anything I wanted, what would it be? So pick something you want. Create a bigger picture, aspirational goal with a 5 to 10 year timeline. But let's start with 5 years. Let's just do 5 years. Write it down in the form of a story as though it's already happened. You can be as detailed and descriptive as you want. Just be open to change. This could be an amount of money, a personal relationship, a new health goal or challenge you want to overcome, weight loss or fitness goals, a health issue to fix, $1 million a month coming into your account, your perfect partner or soulmate, a new business contact or mentor, all right? So I'm going to give you some time. We're going to play a little bit of relaxing music to get you into that high vibe state. So bear with me a sec. So for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to allow you to just start thinking about this while I guide a little relaxing meditation in the background with some SOMA Breath brainwave music. So I invite you to start writing. Just write anything that you want. Anything you want. Just list it all out. start with bullet points, right? And draw a timeline. Okay, 5 years. And I want you to start at the end and list down in a column, year 5, bullet points of things you want to manifest. You can write it as a story later after this experience. Just start writing down all things you want to manifest. And don't think too hard. Just go with the flow. And you don't have to get it all right now. Okay. So, coming back slowly. Don't worry if you didn't get it all right now. I want you to now just come back to the present moment. Slowly coming back. Now, what we're going to do is the breathwork journey called Limitless. It's our most famous breathwork journey. And you're going to do the more recent version of it. And it's very powerful. And what I want you to do is have a think about some of those things you wrote down, but be open to change as you go through this breathwork journey. And then at the end of it, see if any of those things have evolved into something even more profound, and if any clarity comes into your mind, like more clear desires, things, aspirations you want. Okay? All right, so in order to do this properly, you need to just follow along some simple instructions. Okay? And you can also repeat this in the app. Okay, so you'll find that there's some tracks linked in the document, and Limitless is one of them. So when you click on that link, you'll be taken to the track in your app. Okay? All right. So the way to do this session, you're going to sit comfortably in an upright position with your back straight. Okay? And you're going to breathe in a full breath into the belly, into the chest. And then you're going to let go. And notice how that corrects your posture. Posture is key for channeling and projecting out this vibe. If you're slouching down, right, or like sitting like this in a weird position, or like right, that signal that you're putting out is discordant. And they've done studies, and there's an amazing TED talk by Amy Cuddy, which is one of the most popular TED talks of all time, that just by changing your state, right, by one pose, she calls it a power pose, which is a bit like that, sitting upright, heart open, head up, that increases dopamine and boosts you up, and it lifts you up, it changes your state. So you can actually change your state just with changing your posture. And that's why we do the SOMA Breath pose. When you go with your arms wide open to the universe, that's the signal you're putting out to the universe. I'm ready to receive. I am ready to receive, right? And all it is scientifically is you're changing your state. And when you change your state, you're in a higher vibe, and you're just going to manifest much more efficiently. Okay? So we must be in the right posture, and then in the breath session, you're going to hear me say in 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, rhythmic breathing. Okay? So to do the rhythmic breathing part, you're going to breathe in a perfect rhythm to the beat. So when I say in, you're going to breathe in through your nose, but we're going to do it the SOMA Breath way, breathing in through the sphincter. So you contract up the pelvic floor and sphincter muscles on the inhale. Don't worry about sticking your belly out. It's not about sticking your belly out or anything like that, or even your chest. It's just about breathing in through the pelvic floor, the roots. And then breathing out to the beat. So in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. So what you're doing is you're timing your breath to the rhythm of the music. So when you breathe in, the top of the count, you reach the top of your inhale. And when you breathe out, the bottom of your inhale, you should reach the bottom of the count. So let's practice that together. When I say in, you're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. 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 So you breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and then relax out, 2, 3, 4. So you're creating a bliss pump in and letting go on the exhale. So you're breathing in, contracting up the pelvic floor, the sphincter, and relaxing on the exhale. 2, 3, 4. Now take a deep breath in. Breathe all the air out. Become relaxed. Let your chin go to your chest. And then hold your breath after a full exhale for as long as you possibly can. Now this is the secret. When you hold your breath for around 60 to 90 seconds, which you're all going to be able to do at the end of this challenge, when you get to around the 60-second mark, your oxygen levels drop for a little bit. You might feel these tingly sensations. This is called intermittent hypoxia. This is the magic of SOMA Breath. When you do this for long enough, right, you actually create the right chemistry in the brain for the brain to change according to your command to the universe. So when you can't hold your breath any longer, breathe in. Take an inhale in, contract up the sphincter, send the energy up, and imagine you're sending the energy up to his third eye. You can swallow as well if you want to. Hold. And then release with a hum. Hum. Okay, and doing one more hum, breathing in through the pelvic floor. Contracting up. And release with a hum. Hum. Okay, how does that feel? Did you get the hang of it? So rhythmic breathing to a beat, follow a breath hold on the exhale to your maximum effort, and then breathing in, holding your breath in to your first big urge to breathe, and then humming. Hum. And then finishing. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, so don't worry about if you can't find the track right now, because we're doing it together on here. On the document, you just click on the link and it will take you to the link in the app. Okay, so let's do this together right now as a group. And there's more magic that happens when you do this as a group. It's collective coherence. Everyone's breathing in unison, in a rhythm. You ready? Let's do it.
Welcome to SOMA Breath Meditation, a creative expansion for the golden age and becoming limitless. Bring your awareness to your breath. As you breathe in and out. On your next breath in, squeeze every muscle on your body. Release and let go. And then close your eyes. That's right. And as you close your eyes, become more and more relaxed. And draw your awareness to the sound. That's right. Tune in to the sound, any sound, and become fully present with its presence. And notice as you tune in to the sound, the voice in your mind that worries about the future, gets hung up on the past, gently drifts away, fades away, taken away with it all the cares and worries of the world. And now, imagine that there's a movie playing in your mind's eye, and you have the ability to project a vision of a new reality, where you are awakening into a new world, a limitless world, where your creative imagination is allowed to run freely with no limitations, no obstacles in your way, and bring this vision into the future moment as though it's happening right now. That's right. How would it feel? How would it look? How would it touch? How would it taste even? To be absolutely limitless. How would it be? How would it feel? What would you do if you were able to create any reality that you wish? You're waking up into this new age, the golden age, filled with an abundance of health, wealth, vitality, living in harmony with all that is, thriving together as one, and become one with that feeling, that vision. Make it real, make it vivid. Call it in right now. How would it feel to be absolutely limitless? How would it look? What would you see if your mind was completely boundless, with no limits? So just allow your mind and your thoughts to run freely. Play with this creative idea of being absolutely limitless.
Niraj, we lost the sound. Hello, Niraj, where are you? You can hear my voice, guys, and just keep reading.
Stop.
Niraj, we lost the sound, yeah.
Oh no. Man, the technical problems.
Just breathe, stay with that vision. I told you that it's Mercury retrograde or retrograde Mercury.
It's okay, I got it.
We had it now. Go back to your
Got
breath.
it. I got it. Sorry about this. Real technical problems going on. Doesn't usually happen, but today it decided to. You ready? So do you want to do it? Where did we get to?
I think that we should start again.
Let's
Right?
start from the start. Let's start from the start.
Yes, yes, yes.
I really needed to go for a pee as well, sorry. Let's go.
Welcome to SOMA Breath Meditation, a creative expansion for the golden age and becoming limitless. Bring your awareness to your breath. As you breathe in and out. On your next breath in, Squeeze every muscle on your body. Release and let go. And then close your eyes. That's right. And as you close your eyes, become more and more relaxed. And draw your awareness to the sound. That's right. Tune in to the sound, any sound, and become fully present with its presence. And notice as you tune in to the sound, the voice in your mind that worries about the future, gets hung up on the past, gently drifts away, fades away, taken away with it all the cares and worries of the world. And now, imagine that there's a movie playing in your mind's eye, and you have the ability to project a vision of a new reality, where you are awakening into a new world, a limitless world, where your creative imagination is allowed to run freely with no limitations, no obstacles in your way, and bring this vision into the future moment as though it's happening right now. That's right. How would it feel? How would it look? How would it touch? How would it taste even? To be absolutely limitless. How would it be? How would it feel? What would you do if you were able to create any reality that you wish? You're waking up into this new age, the golden age, filled with an abundance of health, wealth, vitality, living in harmony with all that is, thriving together as one, and become one with that feeling, that vision. Make it real, make it vivid, call it in right now. How would it feel to be absolutely limitless? How would it look? What would you see if your mind was completely boundless, with no limits? So just allow your mind and your thoughts to run freely. Play with this creative idea of being absolutely limitless. So now, let's get ready to breathe in the rhythm, breathe in beats. 3, 2, 1, exhale and in. 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3. And imagine as you're breathing in a rhythm, you are amplifying this vision, expanding it, making it boundless, limitless. See how far your mind can stretch. That's right. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 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 in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Every time to breathe in this rhythm, you harmonize all the cells of your body, bringing them into alignment with your vision. 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out. So turn up the dial on your level of inspiration, becoming truly inspired. That's right. 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 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 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. And now, take a deep breath in and breathe all the air out. And hold your breath after full exhalation. As life is just a series of inhales and exhales. As you press pause on your breath, you press pause on life for a moment, allowing the thought files to reassemble, clearing the clutter of the unconscious mind, like a defrag switch for your operating system, bringing your thoughts in harmonious alignment with your grand vision. Become completely still, completely at one, peaceful. When you feel that first big urge to breathe, you can take a little sip in and blow the air out and keep holding, allowing yourself to go even deeper into the state of this inner oneness, tranquility, peace. And when you get a really strong big urge to breathe, send this energy up and up and up as you feel this pulsing sensation, the charge within. Breathe in and send the energy up, all the way up, like an electric blue current of light. Hold and release with a tone. So now, let's get ready to breathe in the rhythm. Breathe in beats. 3, 2, 1. Exhale and in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. That's right. Feel this vision expanding and expressing itself as you become 2, 3 deeply inspired. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2. As you connect to your higher power. In 2, 3, 4. As you open 3, 4. To new experiences. 2, 3, 4. In this creative playground. 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In. Unlock the inner creative mind to its full potential. 3, 4. The very depth of your being, your heart. 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, Imagine circulating this energy around like a current of electric white light. Every breath you take, in and out. That's right. 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. In 2, 3. And now a faster rhythm to supercharge this vision. In 2, out 2. Become inspired. 2, out 2. The highest frequency of thought. That's right. In 2, out 2. As we enter into the gamma. 2. In 2. Imagine you're traveling through a portal to a new reality. 2. You're nearly there. 2. In. 2. And when you reach the other side, 2. You awaken into the golden age, in a new reality of your own creation. 2. And now, take a deep breath in and breathe all the air out. And hold your breath after full exhalation. And go deep. Deep within your own mind. That's right, your limitless mind. Become completely still. Completely at one, peaceful. When you feel that first big urge to breathe, you can take a little sip in and blow the air out and keep holding, allowing yourself to go even deeper into the state of this inner oneness, tranquility, peace. And when you get a really strong big urge to breathe, send this energy up and up and up as you feel this pulsing sensation, the charge within. Breathe in and send the energy up, all the way up, like an electric blue current of light. Hold and release with a tone. And allow your breath to return to normal in its own time. Allow it to be free, however it wants to be. And you can play with the energy, holding your breath on the inhale or the exhale, or just coming to a natural stop where you don't feel the urge to breathe in or out. That's right. Imagining you are like a seed planted into the earth, and the seed begins to awaken. And the stem starts to rise up out of the earth to blossom into a beautiful flower. And just like this awakening flower, you are now awakening into a new age, the golden age, in this limitless world of your own creation. Dream big. Expand that vision. And imagine right now you are filled with a new sense of purpose and creativity. with the ability to turn this creative imagination into a reality of your own creation. And whatever new thoughts, ideas and visions emerge from this time, pay attention to them, because they are important. This is your truth. And use this new sense of energy and creativity for the betterment of mankind, making this world a more harmonious and happy place for all. That's right. Much love and positive energy for the day ahead.
So slowly coming back into present moment. After 3, 2, opening your eyes, 1, coming back, fully present, fully alert. Just checking in with how you're feeling. Amazing, that was heavenly, delicious. My body was rotating like a pendulum. Amazing. Thank you, release, amazing, beautiful. Okay, so now back into the challenge. So that may have been my best Limitless section, possibly because of the group doing it at the same time. Exactly, group coherence, yes. So let's get back into what we're doing. So as you project your vision, sometimes those icky feelings, stuck feelings come up, right? And this is your way, when you get into this state, of tuning in to see, are there blocks, limiting beliefs, or is it because my vision isn't in alignment with my core values? Okay, you can really think back into your body and start understanding your feelings. What are they trying to tell you? So who got some sticky feelings, icky feelings, blocks? Some like, I don't think I can do this, I'm silly, this is stupid, what am I doing? Anyone? Yeah? So I want you to note what they are, okay? I want you to really write those down. They're the most important things you need to clear. So these are the things that stop you from taking action and getting success. They're the blocks to the law of attraction. This is what they don't teach you in the law of attraction, right? They give you all this fluffy stuff, but the truth is these blocks are what you got to clear, right? And this is a way of revealing those blocks to you, okay? Tomorrow we're going to go much deeper on that. But for now, we're going to carry on with this quick exercise before we finish. So we're going to have to go over time a little bit because of the technical jiggery-pokery. But let's get back to this quickly. We haven't got much left to do. We will take a few live questions as well in a moment. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to go to a very famous spot in Ibiza called Cafe Del Mar. Anyone heard of Cafe Del Mar? I'll tell you my own little manifesting story. Yes, a lot of you, right? Okay. So Cafe Del Mar is arguably the most famous sunset spot in the world. They have this series of compilations of music that is very, very famous, very popular. They kind of invented the whole chill out genre of music, right? So check this out. So years and years and years ago, when I was a raver, that would be the album that we'd go and listen to after the raves, right? And I've always, at the back of my mind, wanted to manifest doing something on Cafe Del Mar, like having my records on Cafe Del Mar, because they had huge influence in my music production, especially the Breathwork Journey music that we produce, all right? This is how manifesting works, okay? You have to be patient sometimes, right? I moved to Ibiza, nothing in 4 years. Nothing, not a hint of Cafe Del Mar. Okay? Except for my manager that I manifested was the Sunset resident DJ of Cafe Mambo, which is across the road, very close to it. But that's a whole other story. But Cafe Del Mar is the one that's really close to my heart, the spiritual center of my creativity when it comes to this style of music. And check this out. So I get invited to DJ at Goat Festival, right, in Portugal. One of the best festivals ever. Recommend everyone here goes to Goat Festival next year. I'll be there in a bigger way. And so I went there, and I was on the flight. I was on the way there on the flight. And this guy goes, "Hey, you going to Goat Festival?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "How do you know?" He goes, "Oh, I can just tell you look like the kind of guy who's going to Goat Festival." I was like, "Great." And then we got chatting, and it turns out he's the music director of Cafe Del Mar. I was like, "What?" Crazy. So he was also DJing at Go Festival. So we just really connected. We hit it off. I made a big buzz at the event. And then afterwards we were like, let's connect. So I just thought, okay, I'm going to send him my music. I'll send him all my chill out stuff. And there's one song, which is the most popular song in SOMA Breath to play at the end of all the breathwork sessions, called Harmony, with my beautiful sister Alice Rose, who's the most angelic singer. So I sent him that and another chill out track called Burn Baby Burn. That is with Nicole Rochelle, also on the app and in our courses. And guess what? He wrote back to me instantly. He was like, "Mate, this is so good. Have you got a record deal?" I was like, "No." He goes, "You want one?" "Yes." Boom. And tonight, straight after this, I'm going to Cafe Del Mar with my mum, who happens to be here. It's very funny. My wife and my beautiful daughter, and my business partner, Gary, who's the co-founder of SOMA Breath. And we're all going to celebrate a deal with Cafe Del Mar where he's going to play my song, right? A couple of my songs for the sunset tonight in Ibiza. Like, that's crazy stuff. That's crazy. It's wild. And it's just, this was a seed of intention I had back then. And look at all the things that had to happen to me to get to that point. To get to a point where I was flying to Go Festival to do SOMA Breath workshop at this amazing festival, right? Think of all those things. To be on that same flight as this guy, right? Think of all the things. See how the universe works. I think that's a really good, explanation of what I'm talking about in this call today, right? Yeah? So super cool. So I'm going to be there and I'm going to show you a video of the song being played. As long as no Mercury retrograde happens and, for whatever reason, Cafe Del Mar just shuts down or something tonight, it's going to happen, right? So it's so cool. So cool. All right. So exercise. Back to you lot. All right. So what I want you to now do is revise what you just wrote down, okay? If there's any changes to it, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to make note of those changes. If there any new insights have come up, make note of them. And then I want you to also make another column, write blocks to manifesting, and write down all the icky feelings that came down. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do that. And then I'm going to show you how we turn that into magic, okay? All right, so a bit more relaxing music. 2 minutes. And brainwaves. So, to repeat the instructions for those of you who didn't get it, revise what you just wrote down as your dream life targets for in the next 5 years, okay? And then write down all the blocks to manifesting that may have come up in the session we just did, the Limitless session, in another column. Okay, so you have your dream life target, so in a 5-year timeline. So what do you want to manifest in that? Imagine in 5 years, fast forward 5 years, what's your life going to look like, right? And then column of what's blocking you from getting that aspiration. So for 2 minutes. And remember, you don't have to get it all down now. You can go back after this and go deeper, okay? Okay, so I think that's enough for now. Slowly come back. All right. So I'll tell you another thing that I wanted to do, like back then in the Tony Robbins event, 2007, was I said to when Tony was just like on fire, man, he was like incredible, right? And I was like, I said to my friend, mate, I want to be that guy. I want to be on stage doing that, right? So, like, if you think about it, like all the things that have had to happen, now I'm going to be doing that pretty much on the main stage at Mind Valley in a couple of weeks at Mind Valley University. So if you haven't been to the most transformational event that happens every year, Mind Valley University, you need to get a ticket and go to it. It is the best investment you'll make, trust me, hands down. But I managed to go to this event at Mind Valley in 2016 it was, I think, and start adding value to the community. And over the span of a few years, I've become one of the best-selling authors. I think I'm number 7 best-selling author of Mind Valley, as well as I'm one of the people who run the parties. They have these epic events, and I'm the headline DJ. And I showcase SOMA Breath, obviously, on the main stage at their event. So can you think, like, it did happen. And now, next year, we're planning to do a proper SOMA Breath UPW-like event over 2 to 3 days of what I'm doing right now, but in 2 to 3 days, SOMA Breath style, breath work, breath raves, incredible deep inner work like we're doing, but that's fast and powerful and effective. Now, who would want to come to an event like that, to do this in person with me, live? Imagine doing this live in person, right? We've been doing this at our retreats. Our retreats are some of the most transformational things that exist on this planet today. I will say that with absolute conviction, right? People who go there in a few days become different people completely, as in upgraded, right? Next level, Claudia will tell you. There's Jessie on the call. She'll tell you what it's like. All of the instructors who are partaking right now on this call, they've probably been at a SOMA Breath event at some point, and it's truly transformational. So if you are up for going to an amazing experience where we do manifesting in the Austrian Alps, then Monica, please put the link down for the Austria retreat, please. You can also find it in the event section on the somabreath.com website. But we still have a few spots left for the Austria Awakening retreat in Austria. Okay. All right. So, let's get back to this. So, this is the nitty gritty now. This is what we're going to do. I don't want you to do all of this now. You're going to do this as your exercise when you leave this, okay? So, first, what you're going to do is you're going to dream big now. So, in that 5 years, you're going to start like joining the dots, okay? Of all the things that need to happen to get to that point that you want to get to in 5 years. But we'll do that chunking down more tomorrow. But for today, what I want you to think about, I want to think about if you were to, let's say you were to actually, do you know what the best way is? If I bring somebody live right now, it's going to be easier, on a hot seat where I can do this exercise with them, and then you'll understand how to do it yourselves much better. Who is ready to volunteer for this exercise? It means you have to be a little bit open. All right? You have to be not scared of being seen.
Anthony already raised up the hand.
Anthony's been on a lot of live calls. If any, okay, there's someone new. And she's even, her name is Soma. Her name is Soma.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's do. Sorry,
Okay.
Anthony. You're a very popular guy. Let's get.
And she's actually navigating the instructor program. I was with her this week. We have a call, and she's incredible, an amazing woman. So everyone needs to hear her out.
So let's add her to the spotlight. There we go. Hello, welcome. Samai. You got your mic on? No, you need to switch your settings. You can do this. You can do this. Mercury retrograde.
You can do
Don't
it.
let us down. By the gods of broadband consciousness, give us a voice. It's probably just like a setting on your. Have you set the audio to be your microphone? Are you using a phone?
Now it's
there
good.
you go. Yes.
Okay. Mercury has nothing to do with us.
Yeah. See,
Hi.
like this is another tip. You have to have perseverance. You know, like other people may have been a bit more impatient and gone, okay, over to the next person, all right? But no, I knew we were going to do this, and you need to be on the hot seat. There's a reason for this call, all right? There's a reason you're doing this. Okay. So we haven't met before. So nice to meet you, and
Thank
great
you.
name. So what I want you to do is tell me, or tell us, the bigger picture aspiration for 5 years. Just give me like your broad outline. What would you see?
Okay.
How would it feel? What would you hear? All right. So create this movie in your mind.
Okay.
And tell me what it is. Start riffing.
So might seem familiar because actually I saw myself also in Ibiza. And since I just started doing the breathwork instructor program, and I'm already doing dancing courses and love singing, I would really love to mix them all. And I saw myself on stage having a meditation trip with the people around and dancing and moving. And at the end of the 5th year, I saw a new kind of method made by me. So this is the big dream.
Okay. So now what I want you to do is think, is there any blocks to that?
It was interesting when you told me to write down the blocks, and the only thing that I was looking for when I had my pictures was the community. If I could stay the same person who I am right now, and if I can have the same people around me and still be 2 feet on the floor.
It's very hard to let go of the past.
Ego.
Very hard. Very hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would it make you feel if that was what you manifested?
I would be proud, but not like in a bad way, but happy to spread the healing and also share my gifts and talents like singing and stuff, because I love singing and I always wanted to connect it somehow with healing. And now I feel so blessed that I found Soma, for example. So one day we might have a song together, who knows? So yeah, I would be happy.
So what would it, happy, is that all? Like, would it be something a bit more profound?
No, I think it was proud, fulfilled, and satisfied. I guess satisfaction is the most, this is the strongest feeling. And proud, but like in a good way, that yeah, I made it. I'm on my way.
Great. And so, why is that important to you?
To be on my way, to be
To
on to do my,
manifest this dream, to manifest these goals.
because I think my biggest fear was always not to live for my purpose, or not to, yeah, not to live my purpose.
Okay, great. All right, so what would that allow you to do more of? Let's say you got that big aspiration. What
Okay.
is a result of that aspiration?
I would
What are the
be able
results?
to
Real
express
tangible
myself,
things.
like
Yeah, but what
express
does that look
myself.
like? What does that look like?
Words, songs, people, connection, events,
Well, think
and a
of
lot of.
one scene. Let's say it's a movie. Think of one scene from that movie. Describe it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I still see myself on the stage, so
Big
this is
stage.
the stage. Yeah, it's a stage. I'm in white. I'm in Ibiza, and a lot of people lying, and they are in a state of like in a really really good state and deep, and I know that they are healing themselves, and I hear myself, or I see myself talking and maybe singing as well, and like taking them to a hypnotherapy. Something I don't know, I never learned it, so it's just something that's just coming.
Okay, now think of some more results.
More results.
More results of that result.
Okay.
Like
um,
how think of your lifestyle and other things that would happen in your life as a
yeah, I
result.
really liked your idea that being free, like in a location term, that's I can go wherever
So
I
think of
want.
so think of your we've we've said Ibiza, but think of, let's say you're in Ibiza, it can be Ibiza, it can be anywhere else. Think of what you would be doing that's now for yourself as a reward of all this success. Something really that turns you on. It has to be something that really turns you on. Because we're doing all this stuff for other people, but sometimes we need to do things as a reward, like I do, often,
Yeah.
to reward myself with all the money that I make and all the glory that I have. I go and celebrate it, right? So think of
Yeah,
something
celebrate.
celebration.
I mean, I just see myself with people who I love, and I can celebrate with them. Maybe they are also involved in this project somehow. So I see my family around me, I see friends, and I feel that I'm fulfilled, and yeah, we are just celebrating, and everyone is
How?
living their passion.
How? To get it more
Together,
clear.
grill, maybe it's a barbecue party, like sunsets, listening to music, talking out loud, just around the table, like in a
Describe,
really
okay, now
cozy picture.
describe one of your most peak moments in your life so far
So
that
far,
really turned you on, that really turned you on to the
it
max, like 11 out of 10.
okay.
Like a
um
proper I love my life moment.
it was on a stage, actually, when I was playing in a theater and I was singing. It was the first song in the theater, and that was my first time singing in the theater. And I didn't see anyone because of the lights, but I knew that, I mean, I just felt that light is just coming out of my body because how happy I am, and I felt that it's it's beautiful and it's healing, and I felt just amazing. That's the
Amazing.
big thing.
So now think of that in 5 years.
Okay.
What
I
would that
mean,
be like?
in 5 years.
Think big.
Okay, yeah,
Something that would really turn you on.
I saw that it would be kind of a new school or a new method, and I'm already teaching it. I mean, there are people, I'm a little bit older, and I'm already teaching maybe also children. I'm not sure, but I see that it's a whole new school, and we are teaching how to channel energy, and how to heal it. I mean, how to heal others through this energy and through your voice. I mean, there must be something with the voice, because and maybe they are women now that we are talking about it in voice. I mean, it's all connected with the second chakra as well, and maybe this is why. Yeah, so
So you're
somehow.
doing this on stage to lots of people.
Yeah,
And
teaching.
that's like a peak moment that would happen in 5 years' time. Yep.
Yes. Yes. To have
And
my
then
own
now think
community.
of something you do that's not related to work, because everything you're saying is related to work. There's no way that all you do is work.
Ah,
What do you do for
okay.
play and fun?
I love running. um, Actually,
Well,
I
how are
saw
you
a
going to
picture
reward
of my.
yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, I saw a picture when we did the breathing exercises of surfing. I enjoy surfing, so I saw a picture of me and my boyfriend. We were surfing. Maybe that was the reward that we traveled a little bit and just surfed around.
Okay, so I need you to go deeper on levels of excitement and enthusiasm. So
Okay.
what you need to do, all of you need to do this, is because you may be a little bit shy to express yourself freely, which is fine. But what you need to do is to go really selfish, not
Hmm.
altruistic, because altruistic stuff doesn't manifest your big
Okay.
goals because the desire isn't deep enough, right? We do things for often for other people, thinking that that's um, the only thing that's going to give us happiness. Sometimes you have to do things that's going to give you a reward for you to have the dopamine to keep going, right? Like completely selfless people don't exist. I've never met one, right? So there's got to be some level of selfish desires and results of where you'd reward, you'd treat yourself, right, to something. Maybe it's like you buy yourself an incredible house with jacuzzis and hot tubs, and
For
the scene
sure.
is
And the
the scene
yacht. Okay.
is the scene is a peak moment where you know you've made it. Is you're in a hot tub overlooking like Esvedra, knowing you've just done an amazing performance, and all these people are being healed by all these children are being healed by your method, and it's overlooking an incredible ocean, and you're with your boyfriend, and then you go and have
Mhm.
hours of love making afterwards. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. All right.
I see. I see.
So
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? So everybody needs to
Mm.
do that. Think of all the results of the results of results. The more deep you can go, more granular into results of results of results. A big result is I want to make, and it's better to have tangible goals, right? So now what I'm going to ask you to do next is work out how much does it cost. You're going to make a business plan for your life. How much does it cost to do what you want to live that lifestyle, like realistically? You're going to think about that, okay? And then you need to model success. Who are all the people that are already living this lifestyle, okay? So that's the next step. You've got to model success. You need to find the other people who are living and breathing similar kind of way of life. Who've done it before, right? Okay, this is the plan. You got to so think of all the results of the results. Really tune into how it makes you feel if you were to live and breathe that result. You need to create a mind movie of this, okay, like what we just did there. Really step into it, okay? And I'm going to show you how we clear blocks to that dream coming true tomorrow. And then I want you to start researching and modeling people who are already doing it, okay? And then tomorrow, what we're going to start doing is chunking down. Once we're really clear, tomorrow I want you to start getting very clear about your vision, okay? Tomorrow is when we get more clear. And we're going to chunk this down into a plan, a business plan for your life. And you're going to think of all the knowledge, skills, contacts, resources you already have, and then also think of all the things you need more of to attract your big dream life target. Okay? And we're going to do this smart manifesting system using smart goal system, but done this way, not corporate way, the SOMA Breath way. It's very powerful. And then what we're going to do is charge up our vision with the most powerful breathwork experience of your lives tomorrow. And then we're going to use that as well with all the things that come up to clear all the blocks as they come using advanced SOMA Breath techniques. And what I will also recommend is if you feel there's a lot of blocks and you want to clear them, get a transformation coach, SOMA Breath transformation coach, and get them to do a session with you to clear those blocks. I highly recommend you do this deeper work with a SOMA Breath transformational coach, okay? That you can find on our website, and there's a few of them on this call. So we're going to go through this in more depth tomorrow. This was first phase of visioning, okay, and getting clear. And I want you to do this exercise a lot. Really think about 5 years' time. What do I really want? What are my core values? Who do I need to become to be that? Where am I now? What have I got now? What more resources do I need? And then you need to think of the results of that. What are the things that are going to give you a lot of joy and scenes in your movie, right, of indicators, symbols of success, right? So let's say you make $1 million. That's what you need, okay, to manifest this thing. Or maybe it's like less money. You don't need as much money. Who knows? But think of a tangible goal and we chunk that down, okay? Tomorrow we'll start chunking it down into action steps, all right? So here's some specific applications. If you want to manifest robust health, write down exactly what value you would bring to people if you were well again. What could you do with your new health? Could you use it to inspire others to get well too by reaching out to them through a book, website, or video? Could it help you pursue the dream career or business that you always wanted to start? All right. If you are going for a career business goal, if you had a business or dream career, describe in great detail exactly what it would be as specific as possible. Okay. And for material goals, even when manifesting something tangible like a car, consider what owning it represents about your growth and alignment. If you want to manifest something material like a top-of-the-line sports car, think about exactly what that car would allow you to do. What type of person would you need to be to own that car? Why is it important for you to own it? Why would owning it make you feel? How would owning it make you feel? How would you pay for this lifestyle? Would you be someone who writes a best-selling novel, for example? Would you create an on-demand product or just excel at your job and get that dream career as a result, right? So some exercises I'm going to give you, and these are all in the document, okay? Some quick exercises to really get clear on your purpose, because not everyone can manifest quickly and easily, right? A bit of it is because we don't know what our core values are and what our purpose is. So quick exercise that you want to do as well is write your own obituary. Actually, it's not a quick exercise. You can go deep on this. Write your own obituary. When your vision is purpose-driven, it feels like a divine force is guiding you. So reflect on your higher purpose by asking questions like, how would I want to be remembered? One useful exercise is to write your own obituary. So ask yourself, how would I want to be remembered by other people when I die? Okay, and by doing this exercise, you might find that some of the material things you would normally want to manifest are replaced by less selfish things that are more valuable to others. Yeah? And, you know, when I started the music business, I dreamed of creating a record label and a media company that would inspire others. My vision was to make music meaningful again, inspire the world to embrace a healthy, happy culture, countering the dark influence of both the mainstream and underground music scenes at the time. Over time, I got distracted by less meaningful ventures, ended up going sick and unfulfilled because the universe kept guiding me to grow and evolve because I was stuck. And it was only when I returned to my original vision that I found true happiness and success through SOMA Breath. When I was ready to burn bridges and step into this and stop getting distracted by all the noise, boom, look at the magic that's flowing now, right? So the universe has a way of guiding you back to purpose even through struggle, okay? So the universe will guide you to your end result if your end result is of value to the universe, even if it means going through a lot of struggle to get there, right? So the universe is here to give you challenges. That's what it does, to make you grow and evolve. That's part of this game of life, the simulation of life, right? We'll talk a bit about the simulation tomorrow. And when you're on track with a purpose-driven vision, it feels like you're being guided by a divine force. And the sequent manifestation technique forms a basis for discovering your higher purpose. All right? So tomorrow we'll make the business plan for life, but today I want you to go very clear on your vision. Okay? Really clear. Next 5 years. Right? And if you want to start chunking it down into the earlier years, step by step, and make a step-by-step plan, check this document out. It shows you how to do it. And then you'll be very prepared for tomorrow, okay? But tomorrow we're going to do it together as an exercise. So, here we go. We are ready.
Amazing.
Again.
So some things for tomorrow, guys, please. I really recommend you to have headphones on. use headphones to get deep into the music. That is why so many of you are then in the shower. I can hear the music is too, I can hear the music. Just use headphones because it will give you a very good deep sense on the music, and that's important. Second, these calls are always more than 2 hours, so give yourselves time and space and have a glass of water or a cup of tea to get into the deep on doing this kind of work. So that is my recommendations. And yeah, and do the work. Action is important. Remember that everyone is here able to do this, and do the exercises that Niraj already shared with you. Be aware of downloading the app. Please make sure that you download the app today so you will not miss anything. And for everyone, yes, you will get the replays. Okay, you will get the replays. So don't worry about it. But I really recommend you to try to give yourself the time to be in the group, because the group also is energy, right? And the void, this vortex of energy is also important for you to feel more transformation in your journey. So that is what I need to say. And for the people who are regular, like Diana, tomorrow I promise I will open the mic. But today we have very important thing to go through with Niraj. So I promise Diana, tomorrow we will have more time for questions and for you to share your experiences. And everyone here who already are an instructor, maybe you can also tell your story and how this technique transformed your life. Right?
Amazing. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Claudia.
Okay.
So,
You're welcome.
everyone, I hope you had a great session today. And just let me know in the comments, like just one word or whatever, of whether this was useful, if you benefited from this today. Yep. Amazing. Great. Beautiful.
Okay.
Fantastic. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to go very deep. And remember, tomorrow we're going to do a much longer breathwork session. This call may go beyond 2 hours, okay? So give the time. And don't eat before tomorrow's session. At least an hour before, okay? No heavy food, because you won't be able to go deep on the breathwork, okay? That's the main thing.
Exactly. Yep.
Brilliant.
And tomorrow you will be with Piotr. So for now, I say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for being today and dance with me in the beginning. That's very important for you. Maybe tomorrow before the session, you can actually put the app and the music and shake up your energy. And I will see you soon in another event. But tomorrow, Piotr will take the stage with Niraj. Thank you, Niraj, again for this amazing information and content. This is great. Actually, this is what helped me to manifest my own life when I went to Ibiza, the first retreat ever. And we did these exactly exercises. And believe me, every year I manifest more and more and more and more. So my heart to you. I love you. And thank you for this beautiful session. And see all of you guys soon.
See you soon.
Love you.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Much love.
Bye.